I think I still stand by my statement from when we were playing that night. I still think screen watching and chess is worse, but to each his own.
Yes, it's true.
To each his own. You know, when people screen peek on Connect 4, that really pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks, bro.
David was shooting from downtown the whole night. Just
He was-
absolute
David
fire clip.
David was fucking balling up with the one-liners. He was like shooting threes from half court and landing all of them, just like absolute
Did we give him a
splash show. It was
love
a
it.
great night. I texted y'all after the fact that that was so much fun. I love y'all because that's what made us start a podcast, was our gaming dynamic to begin with, was the fact that we have such good conversations just playing games.
Yeah, I was thinking like it would be so great if we had, highlights from however long we've been gaming together, especially like our Overwatch nights. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man. So be it. Anyway, I just want to know how David's feeling, because relationships of any kind, but especially the first one, can be pretty magical in a lot of ways. So
Magical.
want to check in on the mans.
Dang.
Well, this man is David Blaine.
Oh man, ain't even like, yo, you pissed me off so much, bro. Like, how is it going? Please, how many times we gotta ask you, fam?
Are we?
Oh my god.
Are we cutting this into the episode? Is that what
No,
we're doing?
I don't think so. I just want to get us
I thought we were
flowing.
recording.
I mean, we are recording, but I don't want. If David doesn't want this to be part of the episode, then that's his prerogative.
I don't mind. No, if we're rolling, yeah. No, I don't know. It's going
Tell us
well.
about your photo shoots. I see you with the photo shoots.
Yeah, she likes to go to the local parks, take some photos. It's tough because I never know what to do in a photo. So
Neither do I.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
When I had that Magic Kingdom post that I showed, and it was just like 7 pictures of me, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I kind of did. I was like, should I do the sunglasses thing? Like what should I do? Should I hold my hands out? Like, what am I doing? I don't model at all, so I feel you.
yeah, I keep going back to the pose of like leaning on her or something.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you do it every time. Yeah,
and she's like, people will think
like right here. Yeah,
like stop doing that. People will think we're brother and sister. And I'm like, well, that's probably unlikely, but I
That's
see what
funny.
you mean. Yeah.
No, I mean, considering appearance, I doubt that anyone's gonna think that. Yeah. So
I get it. You don't want to give off those vibes if you're in a relationship,
Very
or
true.
if freaking with your sibling and someone thinks you're freaking dating. That's also awful. So
yeah. Yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
a whole subreddit of guessing if people posing together, like a girl and a
Yeah.
guy posing together are siblings or dating, which is literally called r/siblings or dating.
Oh, I thought
I've
you were
seen
talking
that.
about step bro.
okay.
I don't know about literally any of that.
Well,
Never
with
heard of
that,
it.
guys, welcome to the
With
Unboxing Life podcast. Welcome to episode 63 of the Unboxing Life podcast.
Excellent.
Say it a little more enthusiastic, David.
I'm saying it like a radio announcer, like welcoming the people. Welcome to episode 63 of the Unboxing Life podcast.
Yeah,
That was the one.
try. I was gonna say try number 2. Just there was more radio of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. We're here. We're coming in swinging.
I didn't rename myself, so
He's renaming himself, so I'll circle back around to him. But first, we got the man, the myth, the fade, Cameron.
Flexing
going
on
on?
y'all, yeah, for sure. I think we've honestly, there's probably about like 5 to 8 minutes of content before
There you go.
the intros now. If we're actually including all of that, honestly, I guess I'll check with y'all about how much we're actually including. I might have to do some cuts for Dead Space and stuff like that. But I've been talking too long for intros, so I'm me. What's up? Let's go to everyone else.
And we got peach lipstick. What is that?
it's ass hat.
Oh, ass hat.
He sent it in the chat earlier. That's the only reason why I know.
That does make more sense. I did not see that as a hat.
Lipstick.
I
It does look really
didn't-
weird.
I also didn't get it on first go, and then he sent the other one. He sent dickhead, And then I understood that he was trying to make a meme out of the earlier one he said, which was asshat. So
yeah.
what's up? What's up, asshat? What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Full head of ass.
Exactly. Somebody's got it. I'm just here, man.
I'm just
here.
And the
Jesus.
man who just renamed himself LMAO is Trevor.
Good family, Lamau. That's my catchphrase is Lamau. So.
Lamau cow.
You know, man, I don't know, man. I didn't rename myself last week when we were doing that. I was still whatever
Because
the
of
fuck
Scarf.
I was. Because of Scarf, yeah.
Yeah.
That episode still hasn't come out. I mean, it will by the time this one does, obviously, but
I don't think anyone gives a fuck about our Zoom name, so hopefully I'll be under fire for it.
I hope we get some people closely following it.
I think, no.
It'll be hearing from them. Maybe in the future we'll have that community. And of course, I'm me. I'm David. I'm here too. I don't think did I introduce myself? I hope I didn't do it twice.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, read your Zoom name because people care, as we just established.
when you drive. That's me. That was last episode, and we're talking about some driving stuff before this too.
Oh man.
So let's slide on into our traditions. What are we going with first? What are we going with first? You know what? Oh, frick me. And the impossible choice.
Oh.
Because I don't think it's that difficult, is it?
I say Trevor. Get that quote, baby. What's going on?
So I'm like a piece of shit, right? I don't have a quote again. I swear I hate this tradition so much, and I need to actually sit down and do another one.
Bro,
I hate this shit.
Like
I have no passion for behind this, and I used to do the thing where the Black Excellence Council at my work would send me, they send the entire basically company like a historical black figure or like a prominent black figure. They'll like send a quote, and I think the last one was The Rock. I think the Rock was the last one, and they're cool quotes, but I never really remember to email myself them. So I always end up just searching my brain for one of them, and it just never hits me. And yeah,
dang.
The Rock, University of Miami football player and graduate.
We're scooting right on by that.
The absolute guy.
Here we go.
On by.
But yeah, my tradition is currently under construction for variety hours.
Okay, under construction.
I sincerely apologize.
No,
I'll take.
You got to do what you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't had a passion for doing this, and not this, but I mean, my segment in a while.
No, yeah, for sure. You'll get inspiration sometime for something else. It could be better.
I hope so.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, let's move on.
I'll take Trevor's tradition this week, and I'll have a quote as well as a fact later on whenever I get called on. And my quote for this week is directed at Trevor, which is "Get good."
Okay, nice. That's a great
You also
quote.
spoke out of turn, you prick. I don't think David called on you.
I said when I get called out for my fact, I will speak my fact. But until then,
now I'm putting you to saving you for last now because you spoke out of turn.
Honestly, not a slap on the wrist, but I'll shut up.
Dang. Let's get Alex. Let's get the joke. I would like to point out I just had a couple Laffy Taffies and I read the jokes and they were so not worth reading. I threw them away without even reading them to you guys. I'm good, brother.
I have to know now.
I'll take them out of the trash if you want.
That would be awesome.
Please do.
Did you really get them back out?
I got one.
Yeah, I gotta hear one of them.
All right, we're good to go. Whenever you want to pick up, just pick up smooth if you can.
So Wendy,
yeah.
Let's go for it, David. I'll save mine. Or unless you want me to go for it.
So yes, I did. I dug the lovely banana out of the trash.
Dug the lovely banana out of the trash.
Yeah, what am I saying? Okay, so there's two jokes for you guys. And I know you will be rolling around after you hear these.
Rolling around.
What orientation do I even? I'm like reading this
Raffle
upside down.
mayo.
Holy God, what's happening? Oh, okay. Why do phones ring, everybody? Why do phones ring?
Oh my God. Because they have a busy tone. I don't know.
Telly, something with the telly.
Because they can't speak.
Oh my God.
I think Siri would like to know your location.
Siri.
What kind of kindergartner who doesn't speak English wrote that? What? Hello?
That
I'd
is
like to think that the kindergartner who doesn't speak English would come up with a better joke than that.
Oh, that's facts.
Honestly.
Yeah, Mr. Wonka has lost his touch.
Mr. Wonka.
I can say that for sure. Okay,
It's
how
Charlie
do
at this
cows
point.
communicate? How do cows communicate, everybody? The second joke. I'll
Oh.
tell you.
They move to each other.
You're on the right track.
By moving.
They have mobiles. Like mobiles? Like mobile
Oh,
phones.
like mobile
I
phone.
got it. I got you. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
That was really enjoyable to cringe.
That is, yeah, that's horrendous. I'm glad we did that. Honestly, that is like, I'm glad we're establishing in front of ourselves the absolute state of the game, and so Alex can, rise above that and tell us what it's really all about, with his joke of the episode.
Exactly.
All right, I got you.
Rise above it.
What do you guys call an acid with a bad attitude?
An antacid.
Dang.
Close. Amino acid.
See?
Acid.
The play on words.
For sure.
I like it. I like that.
Amino acid.
That's how it happens.
There you go.
That is exactly how it happens.
All right. Do we want to jump into this variety hour? Oh, wait, no.
Jump into two more of our traditions.
I was gonna say we're halfway through.
That's facts. Well, you still got a turn, so you fucked me up, you cock.
I'm sorry you didn't have a tradition, so I fucked you up. Sorry, my bad.
No.
That's tough. All right, I'm going next because Cameron is sequestered and he's waiting
Evidently.
for last.
So
He's
be
waiting
it.
his turn.
The best for last.
Okay. Dang.
Saying
I'm
that just to
going
be a
with-
cock.
I'm going with some R&B vibes, a little bit of hip hop mixed in. R&B season, R&B week. That's what we're in right now. Love this song. One of my favorite songs by this artist, "Working Out" by JID.
I like it. I like the pick, man. I like it a lot.
Smooth as hell.
That is one of my favorites on that project. I love
Yeah.
that.
Piano sample. Oof, it's hitting. Yeah.
That beat is immaculate. It's phenomenal.
So
Totally with that on that pick.
Is it at all similar to the new workout plan off of College Dropout?
Good fucking God, no.
not really, no. Oh man.
All right, interesting.
Probably the only person that likes Kanye that hates that song.
You might be right.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I can't be with you on that, but I can be with you on working
Dang,
out.
you might be right.
Dang. Okay.
Doing the most.
Last, but possibly least. I'm freaking with you.
Holy shit, man.
Get the boy.
I'll say get fucked to myself on that one. But honestly, this is I like this fact a lot.
Right on,
Because it's a pretty crazy one. So your girl, who is named Judith Love Cohen, she helped create the abort guidance system, which saved the lives of the Apollo 13 astronauts. She went to work on the day that she was in labor with her baby.
Dang.
She took a printout of a problem that she was working on to the hospital. She reportedly called her boss and said she finished the problem, and then gave birth to who else but famous comedian / actor Jack Black.
Oh, damn.
What?
That's a cool fucking fact.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like zoning out because your P's were hitting like mad hard. You were like, she finished the project, and it was
Yeah,
like,
I need I need a
Your PPs are all PE.
filter real bad.
Yeah,
We're gonna be hitting the pop filter soon, I hope. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the circumstances of his birth is like nothing I ever expected. Like he's a significant and interesting individual in and of itself, but to be born of a mother who is like an engineer / mathematician that worked directly on the Apollo 13 project is freaking ridiculous. It's so absurd to me.
Insane. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So there you go.
Dang. Destined
Shout
for
out to
greatness. Shout out to Jack Black and his mother. And
his mother.
blessing upon this earth.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right.
Dope. That's
A
crazy.
very, very, very wholesome celebrity for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's
Every
jump
time I
in.
hear the name Jack Black, I think of School Rock, like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
For
I
sure.
don't know what. I know he's got a million movies, but that's like that's the one.
Yeah, it's an elite
and
film.
Nacho Libre.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never watched it.
No?
Yeah, I've also never seen Nacho Libre.
Seriously, Kung
remember.
Fu Panda.
Oh, I need to watch.
I mean,
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I mean, you need to watch Kung Fu Panda. I mean, he's too good there.
Yeah,
he's
haven't seen
the
it.
voice of Poe, right? So
You haven't seen Kung Fu Panda?
Nah.
Holy shit!
that's
No.
it's elite.
Huge.
Well, my man Trevor thought Master
Wait,
Uruguay was from Star
you haven't
Wars.
seen School of Rock?
I've seen School of Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to freak. I ain't gonna lie.
Catch me super
Alex.
slipping.
Alex, what you said did not fly under the radar. I was gonna say the same thing.
Good.
If you wanted the radar for me, because I have no idea what you guys thought.
I said, well, my man Trevor didn't even know that thought Master Uruguay was from Star Wars.
Yeah, because you had we had the quote of
there are no there are no accidents or something.
there are no accidents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is directly from the first
That
Kung
was
Fu
funny.
Panda movie.
That was
I'll say
good.
that on that one.
Yeah. Oh well. We all get roasted from time to time. We all do these things.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
I like the I think it's the past is history, the future is a mystery, but the present is a gift. That's why we call it the present. That's from that movie as well. That's a really good one.
Dang. Okay.
I feel like I've heard that in like a really old school rap song.
Yeah,
Dang.
I don't think that's an OG
Only-
DreamWorks line. I think that's been repeated over and over for however many hundred years. I don't think that's an incredibly
The only
original
presence
plan
line
words.
I know in a hip hop song is Kanye saying, "My presence is a present, kiss my
Yeah,
ass."
Yeah.
that line is.
Aha!
Yeah.
It also happens to be on the best song on that album. So
That is not true, but I do not blame you for thinking that.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, are you going power on that?
Nah. I don't know.
Wait, shut up. What is it?
That's the thing. I don't know, honestly.
Okay, so I can't even be right.
Yeah, I would say like
You can't be right. David would say "Devil in a New Dress."
I might say that.
I'm not really mad at that at all. So
I
Am I
appreciate that.
correct in saying we're talking about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
there you go.
Correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
Correct.
Let's go! I kind of know Kanye. W. Chalk that up in the
baby.
W column. Goddamn.
Great album.
Yeah.
Not a
Very
classic.
true. It is a classic. It is in fact a classic.
I don't know. Monster is pretty crazy though. So
Monster's
It's good.
fucking
I'm a
crazy,
fan.
brother.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Well,
So
what's been
speaking
going on?
of Monster, I heard there's a new Monster streamer on the market in the
Oh?
game. His
They
name
call him
is-
Mike Wazowski.
Talking about me like I'm new on the block. I've been
His-
out in these streets for the good 4 weeks.
The boy
Mhm.
Takara Trove.
Oh wow, I like unfocused like a shithead. All right, there you go.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what's your autofocus is popping off, but anyway,
It is.
what's good? What's good? You've been streaming a lot. How's it going? Oh my god, my
I
guy.
spent a shitload, ungodly amount of money that I need to recoup, honestly. But we have, if you've seen the background in the Zoom, if you're watching on YouTube, shout out to you. But I'm in a new landscape, same apartment, new landscape, new things.
No sheets.
Yeah, no sheet. It's in the laundry right now.
No sheet gang.
2 out of 3, no sheets.
Yeah.
2 out of 4, no
I
sheets.
fucking forgot. Oh my god. Yo, my man David just strips his bed every time we record because he's like, it's so embarrassing that people know that I sleep with sheets. It's like, fam, like, I think everyone sleeps with sheets, man.
Nah.
And you keep the pillowcase on there. It's the fucking weirdest thing in my life, dude.
Doing the absolute freaking most. Oh my god.
Doing like 90% of the most because he doesn't want to go all the way with the pillowcase.
That's far too much.
He's not fully committed.
The no pillow.
What you been streaming? You know, we may or may not have had the boys on the other night. What you got to say about that?
It was a lot of fucking fun. We had a decent amount of viewers. Apart from you guys, we had like 4 new followers, which was pretty great. Guy from Syria came in. A guy from Canada came in. You know, another one I can't remember where he was from, but I'm trying to talk to you. Yeah, shout out to everyone that came through the stream. That was fantastic. We streamed Risk for like 4.5 hours and got off at like 3:30 in the morning. We were all loaded pretty much, and it was a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The international viewers, I don't think will ever get old. Either for you or when I get back into it for the podcast as well. It's like we can check those stats, especially on YouTube. He's like, that guy was like, "Is my English okay?" And he was speaking like basically perfect English in chat. So we were like, "Yes, you're doing great."
The funny part of when he asked that is like his English took a nosedive. Like after he asked that, I like didn't really pick up on it too much
did it?
Until he said that, and then it took a nosedive. But shout out to him. He was awesome.
Yeah,
it's so cool to just talk to people like that.
English is an ugly ass language, honestly, to learn, and so it's cool to have been born with it. It's got so many intricacies. The idea of English is that it's like 3 languages wearing a trench coat, basically. And so it's it's absurd, honestly. Okay. So anyone, I can go into the history of how English became a language, but no one wants to fucking hear that. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sure you can. Just the trench coat analogy was funny to me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So English is a difficult ass language. Anyone who speaks it knows that. So I really appreciate anyone who tries to learn it to communicate with other English speakers. So good for y'all, honestly.
Yeah.
You gonna say something, Alex?
No.
Okay.
No.
I thought I picked up on it and then
absolutely not.
Yeah. Today was a wild ride for sure. If you guys don't know, Resident Evil 8 came out today, and I still haven't played it. I pre-ordered it and I picked it up this morning, and I was supposed to stream at like 2. I think I was telling everybody, and it went from 2 to 5 to 7 to 9 to nothing. I basically picked up a chair and a desk. The desk took me 2 hours to put together. The chair took me another hour to put together, and it's a knockoff DX Racer, but it's really comfortable.
Nice.
But yeah, this desk was a fucking nightmare. The parts that the parts that they like included in this were, first of all, the pre-drilled holes didn't fit. So like,
damn.
I couldn't even fit. Like the last one, we even tried to drill a hole because it wasn't big enough to literally, like, one of those support beams at the back. It's not big enough to even put onto the mechanism. So I got robbed.
Gee.
But
damn, brutal.
It's a nice glass desk, but it took 2 hours to make.
Glass top, yeah.
Yeah, it was in the ass.
Does the gaming chair say Game of Thrones on it though?
No, Brian, it does not say Game of Thrones. And I spent probably a quarter of what you did.
Well, you ain't dripping as hard, though. What can we say?
That's fine, man. I take them where I can get them.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually have a setup now. I have a setup for my work from home, and I have one for our podcast and streaming and all that good shit. So we're out here. I finally feel like a 24-year-old with technology.
Big facts. We're gonna get, like he said, he's got Resident Evil 8 now. He's gonna get the stream popping. We got plans for his YouTube channel to
absolutely
have playthroughs and clips, and go check him out on Twitch, because like we just said, we were playing Risk, all 4 of us. We're gonna have nights where the whole podcast is on.
Absolutely.
You check us out for that too.
Someone in the chat, who I will not name, basically said that our game night was like a live podcast. So if that interests you at all, please come through. I think we had a great show. David was shooting from downtown the whole night. Just
David was fucking balling up with the one-liners. He was like shooting threes from half court and landing all of them, just like absolute splash show.
Should we give him a taste of one?
I mean, if you want to go for it, then go for it.
Well,
I mean,
it all started with 6-1.
Given consent.
It all started with 6-1. Cameron hung like a horse. Oh my god.
Bro, that caught me so goddamn off guard. It was so goddamn perfect. I'm saying goddamn too much, but it's you came through with that, and I was so off guard. I laughed for maybe half a minute, like just off of just the one line. And that's clipped. That's on Takara Trove, twitch.tv/Takara Trove. If you want to see the clip, it is there. So, and the whole VOD is there. Honestly, it's 4 hours. I honestly didn't realize we even played for 4 hours. We were just moving. So
I didn't feel it was. I got 5 from with you, man. It's a rough night.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's It was a great night. I texted y'all after the fact that that was so much fun. I love y'all because that's what made us start a podcast, was our gaming dynamic to begin with, was the fact that we have such good conversations just playing games.
Yeah, I was thinking like it would be so great if we had highlights from however long we've been gaming together, especially like our Overwatch nights. Oh my god,
man. Yeah,
if we had that on video,
we're
man,
on a tear, fam.
I can't even like tell you how many times I've said, if I could make clip, because I make clips like a motherfucker, and if I could have included the audio in those clips, we would sit on a gold line.
Yeah. Right. God damn it. Yeah.
We gotta make new memories. That's the thing. We can't live in the past.
Yeah, that's the future now.
You know what?
Gotta know.
I'll tell you what, the direction that these games are moving, and cross-play and all kinds of stuff, and now that you're streaming and playing, we'd play all kinds of games together, and then we'd have all kinds of clippable moments.
I'm ready to play Uno and Monopoly and all that good shit on those games, honestly.
I literally was just like walking around today, and I got giddy about the fact that we could play Uno on stream and just chill. Like I got like giddy, like I was like excited. I was like, we could literally just like play a card game and shoot the shit for fun and have it be a whole stream and have it be entertaining. It's because that's just what we do.
We would have to buy it again, basically, on PC. But
I mean,
it's like a $5 game, so.
Oh. Okay.
They don't have crossplay.
Two games I'm hyped for.
All right.
I'd be hyped for poker, because that poker game, those characters are dank.
They're hilarious,
of course.
They are hilarious. However,
poker prominence.
I'm gonna have to allow y'all to not watch the stream, so you can't see my cards.
Oh, true. You're right.
You can keep it up, but don't look at my cards, please.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. You're right. I mean, I don't think any of us are that level of scumbag that we would, cheat poker for no money. Like it's literally for like in-game earnable currency. There's no point. Like the entire point is playing the game as in and of itself. So to cheat at that is just super low. I don't think any of us would ever imagine doing that. So
I want to just.
Well, I think I still stand by my statement from when we were playing that night. I still think screen watching and chess is worse, but to each his own.
It's true.
To each his own. When people screen peek on Connect 4, that really pisses me off.
Thanks, bro.
Big facts. Yeah.
Nah, that always every time I hear screen peeking, I always think of Goldeneye 007. With the local multiplayer and only having split screen and being like, oh, he's right there. You can just fucking pre-fire around the corner how did you see me? I don't know. I just think I'm great.
That's the crazy part. It's like you're asking so much self-control. The other screen's right there. You're like,
Right.
don't move your eyes down. I swear to God.
Especially considering you normally use the entire TV when you're gaming. So it's enough. It's a lot of, like you said, self-control to have to limit yourself to one half of the screen. But peripheral vision is also a thing too. If you play the shit out of those maps, you can basically know where they're at anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of part of the skill to orient yourself to where they're coming, where they're going.
I never really thought that screen peeking was a big deal because the other person can do it too.
Yeah,
it's like it's right there. So
yeah,
it all comes down to gun skill and reaction times.
Yeah, I agree with that. That it's all, it's an even playing field. It's like you can both look at each other. So it's I mean, you can, if you like quote unquote like agree not to, and then the other person's doing it, then it's like, okay, whatever. But
then you're a tool for sure.
Yeah, so. But I mean, usually like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, all that good stuff, like Black Ops, we would play with radar on, which is like if you know the map and if you know the radar, which we did because we played the fuck out of those games, was like, basically exactly where that person is and where they're standing. You might as well have like the Blackbird or whatever for the direction they're facing. Considering it's a 1v1, they're only looking for you. It's like that. It's just how it is. So those 1v1s were still fun, obviously though. So I don't think I had Goldeneye, but I had some random ass James Bond game for the PS2 that I played the hell out of, that I would play with other people, and that was when I didn't know what the word respawn meant, and so there was like a respawn setting. There was a respawn setting, and so it was like, or it was just spawn. It was like spawn, and you could pick like close or far, so it would determine like if you spawned like close to your enemy or not. And we had no idea what it meant, so we just like messed around with it, and I don't know, we were like 8 years old, so. But it's just it's those are the kind of like funny little quirks that I look back on, like very early gaming, and like giggle about. Is like, we had no idea what we were doing, but we were still having a blast. It's like you don't need to be like absurdly good at the game to just have fun.
Nah. Yeah. It's not always about sweating your balls off.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. I remember back in the day when my sister and I would play like the original Xbox or whatever. We were like, I feel like, I don't know if I brought this up to you guys ever, but like when you're super young and you just never beat games, so you're just like, well, I mean, that's what we would do. Like we just wouldn't beat single player games. So like we would be on Spyro or something, which is not a hard game, and just be like running around the same area. What more is in this area? You just get so used to the same area. Like, added a whole nother thing to the game where you just learned everything, but you like, and then when you saw the end, it was like, oh, there's more stuff to this. It was like a new area. It was just,
that's awesome. That reminds me of like, I used to, like you just said, played on the original Xbox, and I had like nothing but Halo and Halo 2. And I just played those campaigns like over and over and over and over again. And I always played them on normal. And then when one of my cousins came over, he kicked the shit out of me.
As it happens.
Why? I'm like, fam, I play this all the time. And he's like, you don't play on Legendary? You don't play online? I'm like, what is online? Like, like I don't even have Xbox Live.
That was that's what amazed
for
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just for me, it's Kingdom Hearts, the first Kingdom Hearts game. It came out in like 2002, but so however old I was like 4 or 5, and I barely remember. But I do remember that I just spent all my time, like when you start Kingdom Hearts, you're on the island, on Destiny Island, and I just spent all my time there, and I thought that was the entire game.
Right.
And so like I didn't know what. Like you have to like collect certain items around the item, and it takes like 5 minutes, but I didn't know how to read, so I was just running around the island playing the mini games, and then I can
totally see someone doing that in like Diddy Kong, like the Diddy Kong racing game, where it's like you have to drive to the course or whatever, and you're just like stuck because like where the fuck is the door?
Mm-hmm. And I remember Brian came over. And he did it for me. He completed the main island, and then like cutscenes were happening. I'm like, "Yo, what is happening?" Beat the game, bro. And it's literally just like the first 20 minutes of the game.
A whole new
I'm just
Yeah.
amazed that he just beat this game for me.
He beat
Yeah,
it.
so I have a very specific memory that's exactly like that, which took place with the Shrek 2 video game.
Nice.
And so in that game there's a sequence in which you meet Puss in Boots and you have to defeat him for him to join the party. It's not exactly like the movie, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so you're like that. You have like a few playable characters in a circle, and so Puss in Boots like fights each of you, and like as you're fighting him, all it is the simplest freaking sequence in gaming is just you line up with him, and like it's like Guitar Hero or whatever, where buttons fall down from the sky and they line up with a circle that you're supposed to press at a certain time. And so you press like X, circle, square, square, triangle, X, square, square. And so like you just do those in order with proper reaction time, and you just you beat the level. And I was so garbage at the fucking game when I was like 7 years old or whatever it was, that I was just like, this was the part that I was stuck at for a while, but I kept on playing it, and I would start the game from the beginning and like keep on playing to that point, and it was only like maybe like half an hour of gameplay, but I played it a bunch of times because I couldn't get past that point. And so my elder cousins, who were, you know, like probably like maybe like 9 years older than me, they were probably like 16, 17 at the time, just come over and they walk through it because of course they do, because it's an easy ass thing to do if you have any coordination, but I didn't because I was a child. They just walk through it and I'm like, you're a god. Like I'm just like I like lose my mind at the fact that they just like it was a whole family gathering. I was like, okay, yeah, go ahead, and I walk out, and I'm gone for like 15 minutes, and I come back, and they're like, yeah, we beat it. It was easy.
You certainly are.
I was like, yeah. They come to me, and they're like, yeah, we beat it. It was easy, whatever. And I'm like, you are Jesus. Like I'm just I like lost my mind. I was like, there's more of this game to play. Like I can't believe it. Like David was saying, was like there's more to this, and that kind of thing. Yeah. It was like it's. That idea of you know, like not being able to beat a game, there's hella memes about it of like, you know, your older brother, you know, beats the boss for you, and you treat him like a celebrity or a god of sorts, and that's exactly the moment that I had where it was like, dang. I couldn't fathom pressing 10 buttons in a row at a certain pace, and they did it for me, and I was like, you are the best to ever do it.
Yeah, that was
I just want to say, I told that Kingdom Hearts story, and I'm looking at the feed right now. Brian is currently playing Kingdom Hearts.
Shut up.
That's what he does.
Back on here.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about a BTS, but
soon.
We definitely got some.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for a Grimes review.
Did you say BTS?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Not the
K-pop.
BTS.
We could review BTS someday.
I wouldn't mind to do that. Or Blackpink. Blackpink is awesome too.
Yeah.
Baby Metal.
Oh,
Baby Metal.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do it, man. I just listen to it way too much. I feel like I've talked it to death, but
yeah. No,
it's
nice.
Do you have? I mean, Trevor and David specifically, because I know you listen to a ton of music, and I know, I mean, Alex, I think you confine yourself to more genres, same as I do. So this is mostly Trevor and David, but Alex, if you have a response, then definitely go for it. But any artists that you like, know you should listen to, or like excited about listening to, that you just never have, or anything like that, or maybe even like an artist that you thought you like hyped up in your mind, and you finally listened to an album and you were like, meh, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
answer that question however you want. Yeah,
I used to have a ton because I did the album buying thing. So, there's many I didn't touch for a long time that I kicked myself.
Do you have any that you like could like spout out, or?
Well, I like made a plan to listen to Kanye and Jay-Z that I executed on. Yeah, I was checking out like, should I listen to their albums like, you know, years before that. And I was like, okay. And then I literally made a plan to listen to them like, you know, each one like a month after another for a year. And so it was like, you know, I didn't listen to some of the biggest stuff in hip hop my favorite genre for so long. And then there's like Jason Isbell, who you guys don't know, but he's like a country dude, and he paid off.
Fam, nah, fam, I don't like that.
What?
Even if I don't know it, don't say that. That's disrespectful.
What?
He
dropped the name and he was like, "Y'all don't know him." Like, shit.
I had the same knee jerk, but like given the genre and given that he knows all of us so intimately, is like he can basically guarantee himself that we don't know. So like there's no problem there with me.
Might surprise you.
You might.
Anyway, you were saying, David.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of some now. Like,
We had that conversation about like bad albums that like objectively bad albums that we've heard, and I could only confine myself to like Eminem albums. Like there's very few albums that I have heard that I walked away from very disappointed and like kind of a waste of time. So it's a hard question for me to answer. But in terms of like artists that I want to listen to, like my entire Spotify library is just full of albums that I hear about or like know about that I just hit the heart on and then I move on.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just never get around to because there's too many. But
oh yeah, I would definitely want to check out MF Doom. That just popped into my mind because there's a lot of rap nerds are obviously very big on him, and now he's gotten so hyped up that when I listen to Mad Villainy, everyone says it's a 10 out of 10. I'll be like, you gotta temper your expectations for sure.
Yeah, it's like watching it's like watching Brotherhood, honestly.
Right.
With that album. Like it is like the pillar of underground hip hop. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, for me, the one that I've listened to, an artist that I've listened to, but not enough, I don't think would be Gangstar for me. I have to listen to more of Gangstar. I've listened to him, but I don't think I gave him the full respect of like going through the discography. Or
yeah, they got a lot of shit
group,
too.
so yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
they got a lot of shit too. I think I think the one artist I will say is Outkast. I have all of their albums.
Damn.
I just haven't like I did like the one or two. Like I think I listened.
Stank.
Wow.
Whistle.
I think I listened to
Elmer Fuddhead ass.
Jesus.
I think I listened to AT-Aliens and Aquemini, and I didn't fully digest it. It was like at a time where like I didn't. Are you good, fam?
Elmer Fuddhead ass got me. It did get me. That was good. that was fire.
Yeah.
I think I heard it. I think I heard them at a time where David and I had this conversation where like I didn't have the right ears and I wasn't as brushed up on the genre like I wanted to be at that time. So they're definitely a artist that I want to get into.
That's a great one. Yeah, I'm in the same exact boat. I listened to Aquemini and AT-Aliens when I probably couldn't appreciate them really, and it was like probably some of the first '90s hip hop I heard after a couple other albums, and it was like
tough because it's not like it's not your typical '90s like rap. So
yeah, I'm like, when is he just
Stankonia.
Stankonia, I hear that's great too. Yeah, so I think I would love them too. I love the freaking dynamic of the two, like just I mean, Run the Jewels, of course. Love that.
You can appreciate you can appreciate the weird side of the spectrum of music. Like I tend to stay on like the straight and narrow, and like but you're more experimental with your taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might get into them a lot. Yeah. Yeah, good question. Cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm mostly in the realm of like, I have a lot that I want to listen to, just that you guys have recommended and anything, and I don't know that I can honestly pull any of that off the top of my head right now. Griselda's definitely that group is definitely up there. I know I haven't listened to. We're going to talk about next week, or not next week, but a few days from now, the next episode from this, if you're listening. J. Cole, stuff like that I haven't listened to all of Forest Hills Drive yet. So, and then I
thought we had that conversation.
No, I haven't listened to it in its entirety.
I mean, it falls off hard at the end. So
Same thing with Damn from Kendrick, another one I've been meaning to listen to for a while that I haven't yet.
Oh, wow.
Same thing with
Damn.
I guess parts of M's discography. I think I've heard most of the good parts of M's discography. That
You gotta get a bad part.
you gotta hear
everything.
Eminem show again.
Yeah, I know, but that's definitely something I'm putting off further than the other good shit that I actually haven't heard. That you guys tell me is good and I know I'll like, and I just haven't listened to it yet. As opposed to the stuff that you guys tell me is bad and I know I won't like, that I just have to listen to just like to be a true fan or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think David. I think I cracked the code on this particular mystery of why he doesn't like the Eminem show. It's because he listened to Square Dance 20 times.
He did.
He called it an album, and I'm pissed off.
Dance.
If you listen to Trips 20 times, you would be like saying completely different
Okay,
things.
you freak. This is Square Dance. Big enough drip.
I definitely don't want my opinion. I definitely don't. I definitely don't want my opinion, my initial, because we have established on the show, if you are a true fan, you will know that Deep Reverence was one that I said I wasn't feeling, and then I listened to it like literally 2 more times after we recorded that episode, and I was like, wow, I'm a fucking dickhead for like saying that song was like something I wasn't feeling.
Yeah, boy.
So I have phenomenally poor first takes based on evidence. And so I've only listened to the Eminem show in its entirety like twice. So
Yeah. Damn.
I definitely so that's where I'll leave it. I mean, we will get into that eventually. We'll do a cursed ass Eminem episode eventually.
I would love to review Relapse, honestly.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
I think that would be a killer episode.
Yeah, we just need an audience that won't leave us to actually be able to cover that episode.
And a lot of people are. I think that's going to be the one that we get the most comments on, and it's going to be like, "Oh, that shit is so underrated. I love this gun."
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Bring on the stands.
I don't know anything
when
about that.
you review Eminem, it is no longer your review.
Dude, I was trying to find a way to incorporate that meme, and you did it spotlessly. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Damn
That's
it,
so
man.
incredibly deadly. I'm so glad y'all explained that to me because it's so incredibly good. And so it's such peak Eminem fan, that meme of like of the idea of
because it's all that exists.
Eminem being so good that anything he's on is his song as opposed to whoever else he's with, even if it is Jay-Z. That's so insane to me that it's just like I love that about the culture is how insane it can be, like how you can be so ridiculous and be so confident in your opinion as being correct. It's so fun. It's so fun.
I mean, yeah. I'm convinced there's like, if we put out the Eminem episode, the stands who just hover around YouTube and click on any video will be on it, and we will get negative feedback if we are.
I think that'll be the first time we get like more dislikes than likes, and
I was gonna say we rip Relapse and we end up with the most dislikes we've ever had. Goddamn.
I'm gonna put the most research into those tags.
That'll be
It just pops up in their
Jesus.
feed.
Frick me.
You will watch it.
We will be doing
gonna, like, quote that when Eminem is on your song, it's not on your song. That's a whole tag. Like 100 characters.
Goodness gracious. That's the only tag we need. We get multiple thousand views and 5,000 dislikes.
If we get 5,000 dislikes, we made it.
Yeah, honestly, that's insane. That's insane engagement.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're ready for it.
Because what likes are like 10. People who like the videos like 10% of the views, so I'm down.
I'm down.
Yeah. So, that's music for sure.
That is music. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that can be overwhelming. If you're not Trevor, you got to sort of like prioritize and pick one out that you can listen to.
It's definitely overwhelming. I'm definitely in that camp. I'm glad that I have the podcast to basically guide me and tell me exactly what the fuck to do, because I'm a big fan of freedom and like doing whatever I want, but also in terms of like exploring an area that I'm completely inept at. Basically, it's nice to have someone or some.
I mean, you keep saying that, but like at a certain point, you can sprout your own wings. Like, I
have. I'd like to think I have, but it's still nice to be guided continuously in a large degree. I go through like 2 years of anthropology. It's still nice to have like a really intelligent person who has a doctorate in the field to tell me like this is this very specific part of the science. Is like that's kind of what you guys do. Is like I have my own opinions. Obviously, if I didn't have my own opinions, we wouldn't have a podcast. So it's like we hang out, we talk, we do all this stuff. I say what I say, and we move on. And it's still nice to be pointed in the right direction on a very consistent basis. I don't think that's
yeah, I get that.
Anything that she could stick at like Trevor likes.
I'm glad you
didn't use that right though in that.
Yeah, I kind of forced it, but oh well.
I do like the phrase though. But my musical journey started with I was in high school, and like this was around the first time that I went to Warped Tour, like in 2014, and I was getting into the edgy music, and like literally I would walk around my high school. Yeah, for y'all listening on the streaming platforms,
Audio.
I would literally walk around my high school, and just like there was band shirts. Like every 5 people, there's at least one person with a band shirt, and I would literally like write it down. Like, all right, this is a band. Like, there's a band called Chunk No Captain Chunk, and it's like a Goonies reference. And they make awesome fucking music. I have no idea who they are until I look them up on Spotify, and you just go down a rabbit hole. Like Spotify is amazing for that because when you scroll down, it's like fans also like, and then there's 15 fucking artists, and then you go down a rabbit hole. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you really have to do. If you go on one Griselda album, I'm sure you'll get to 38 Special. I'm sure you'll get to Ransom. All those great.
You'll get 38 other Griselda albums as well.
Right.
But yeah, that's dope. I don't know if I knew that. That's such a dope, like old school way of finding bands. That's like creative as frick. But
Yep. That's literally all I would do. Like I did it so much that at least for like metalcore and like post-hardcore and stuff, where I would, at a certain point, I kept running into the same bands because I just went through so many that like if you click on like All That Remains, and then you get to Veil of Maya, and then you get to Periphery, and then you get to Era, and then you've got the entirety of like progressive metalcore under your belt in a matter of 2 weeks. It's awesome.
God damn.
Yeah, that's dope. Dang.
But yeah. No, musical journeys.
Yeah, I'm definitely not that ravenous. I think I'm the exact level of hungry for music as we pace ourselves on the podcast right now. So it's working out great for me.
That's dope.
So that's why I love it.
That's super dope.
Any hunger is good hunger.
Yeah, for sure. Can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Unless you're starving, that's not good.
Yes.
That is true. Unless you have no means.
I was talking about hunger in the metaphorical sense. Exclusively.
Yeah, some food.
If you're literally starving, that's a whole nother conversation.
For sure.
Yes.
Although it could be looked at metaphorically as you're starving because you haven't scratched it, but you have no way to do it, so you just go longing without fulfilling.
And we're guiding him.
You would be starving.
Exactly what I was saying. But
for sure. I guess that's how Trevor feels when it's been like 2 weeks since there's been a big release. Like, man, this year's been dry as frick. It's just like,
yeah,
dude, I feel like that every week. Honestly, like this past week was dog shit. Dog shit. No one released at all. TD hyped up a fucking single, Suck My Dick. I don't want to hear nothing until it's the album, man. Y'all ain't gonna do shit for like the next 4 weeks.
Like,
dang.
I mean,
where's SZA?
Where's
fucking Kendrick?
SZA's on
Where's SZA? It's been 4 fucking years, man.
Oh, it's another Doja Cat song, man. She's on.
Fuck Doja Cat, man. Oh my god. I'm sick of people trying to feed that narrative to me that she's talented. I hate that. She is so bad, bro.
Damn.
Doja's not that bad.
she almost ruins Motive for me.
Doja's mad decent. I think she's weird for the like viral marketing of what she did there, but if you know, you know. I'm not gonna go into that because I'll get myself fricked. But
yeah,
it's just you know, what the frick was I gonna say? I'm not worried about it. I don't know. Never mind.
Doja Cat is mad mid. That's fine.
Mid is fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with mid. It's weird. I think it's
Like-
weird to
like
call her
lower
terrible.
grade mid. Even lower than mid. Like
even lower than mid.
What I was gonna say though, I just remembered was like we talk about you know, later on this week if you're listening to this live, but you know, the idea that this J. Cole album's coming out. I think if this J. Cole album is like the best thing that Trevor has ever heard, 3 weeks will pass. Okay, so like hypotheticals we're working in. Thank you very much. I'm talking. If this J. Cole album is the best thing Trevor's ever heard, a month will pass and he's like, yo, this year is dry as fuck for music. Like like exactly what David was saying. Is like
saying about this year, and like the Conway album came out. You know, there's been plenty of great music this year. It's been super slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you at the moment. I honestly like I did a double take at the date today. I was like, we are 5 months into the year.
Yeah.
Like this year feels like it's freaking moving for absolutely no reason. I don't know why.
Yep.
It's my perception of time is so skewed right now for I assume reasons that have a lot to do with the fact that I've spent most of my time inside, like everyone should have been doing, hopefully. But you know,
you can still go out for walks.
I'm sure a lot of people. Yeah. Of course. You know, enjoy your time outside. Don't spend too much time cooped up inside like I did for a lot of the period. I had a good view in Miami, but here is less so. But anyway,
I'm fully vaccinated next week, baby.
Me too. Next week, let's get it.
Good for y'all. Good for you guys, for sure. I'm the end of the month.
Piss out of a public urinal.
Wait. That took me like a real full like 2 seconds to digest because I didn't hear you well, and then I was like, "Oh, let me put the context together." My man is gone.
I can do it now. Nothing bad will happen.
I'm vaccinated from the pandemic. Let me get an STD from a urinal real quick. God
I guess
damn.
you could get an STD.
Yes, there are other things. There are other pathogens from the main one. David,
I was
yes.
always hyper aware of like
Jesus
when you
Christ.
use public bathrooms and you have to take a shit and you obviously
Absolutely.
sit down.
Yeah,
I was like hyper. No, like let me finish. Like I'm hyper aware of like my little pee thing touching the fucking rim of like the toilet seat. Even though I put I use, if I don't have the little toilet seat covers, I use like toilet paper and shit.
yeah.
But even then, I'm just like I'm tucking my shit like I'm about like like I'm about to put a thong on or something.
Yeah, dude,
I know exactly what you mean.
Gotta bird nose that shit. I have never sat my ass on the pure porcelain of a public toilet. You lay that toilet paper down, you set yourself a barrier. I'm not trying to catch nothing. I'm not trying to, you know. People are weird, man. There are guaranteed people who just like plop down on there with their gross asses and do whatever. Yeah. So it's like I'm not trying to be involved with absolutely any of that. I'm making myself my toilet paper barrier. I'm gonna do my business and I'm peacing the frick out. So.
I have been made aware. One of my female friends, who shall be remain nameless, she informed me that they like basically squat over the toilet. They don't even sit. When they pee.
That's how women do it.
Yeah, I'm like, that kind of blew my mind. I was like, y'all don't sit? Like that must be a pain in the ass. How do they aim, man?
It's impressive. Yeah,
they don't really gotta angle their shit as much as we would have to.
Yeah, I guess.
Thick thighs save lives in a different degree there.
Like because like you said, you got to make sure that shit doesn't poke the freaking ribs, so you got to tuck it down.
That's what I'm saying. And then when you get up, you got to be on the careful tip too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
can't be having it rubbing up.
That's one of the worst parts of going through puberty. this gets big enough, you got to start tucking it. I'm like, I didn't have to do this before, man. It was like 2 inches. Like, what's happening?
Oh, my man's like 4 when he's soft now. Damn, chill, bro. Chill.
I'm not divulging now.
Oh,
man.
you kind of gave us a floor to work with, so it's more than 2 now. I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you.
Meat reveals on the podcast right now.
Jesus God.
Jesus God.
Good
Public
Lord.
bathrooms are scary for sure, but you can get herpes from a toilet seat, I guess.
Yep.
Supposedly,
That-
And
yeah.
hepatitis.
And
Hepatitis,
hepatitis.
yes.
Frick that noise. God dang.
All right.
more of the story being, be careful, take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay-
If
stay
you can
happy,
hold
stay
it,
healthy.
don't use a public bathroom.
If you can, don't
If you can.
unnecessarily
It's,
hold it though.
I mean,
Definitely-
don't explode, but if you don't if you can hold it for like a little bit, you'll be all right. In a little bit, then you'll be all right.
Mhm.
Yeah, being
If you know you're
able
gonna
to
be all right, then you'll be all right,
Yeah.
There you go.
ladies and gentlemen.
being able to piss wherever is a top tier advantage of the male gender for sure, or sex I should say as opposed to gender.
Well, I
Yeah,
still
you
can't piss wherever.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know
you can't,
you
but
know
you
what
can.
I mean. You know what I mean. I am not
Oh,
a
man,
sex
like in cold
offender.
showers?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Children's playgrounds are not my
Well, that's not
toilet,
what I
of
meant
course.
All right, we're gonna move on, Cameron.
Yeah.
Alex started this. I'm defending myself, and I'm the
I'm
fucking
ending it.
villain. All right, honestly, so be
Well,
it.
I'm not the
Honestly,
one
so be
talking
it.
about playgrounds.
There's a lot of places it's not a good idea.
I
to
know what
pee.
you're thinking, Alex.
And it goes across the
I
board.
can read your mind. Don't play innocent over there, all right?
Hey, yeah, I honestly don't think so.
Yeah. That's what they all say, Alex. That's what they all say.
Man, I don't know.
We are definitely doing the most out here at the Unboxing Life podcast right now. I don't know why
Yeah.
Alex was just pinching at me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
Get
He was
pinned.
pinching your dickhead.
all that being said, do we got anything else? I don't have anything else, so I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything else.
No.
I'm excited for the J. Cole album. I hope it comes out this coming Friday. We need one of the big 3 to drop an album. This is ridiculous. Honestly,
It is, yeah.
Drake hasn't dropped a proper album in 3 years. Kendrick hasn't dropped in over 4. Joey hasn't dropped in over 4. It's been Cole. It's been 3 years for Cole. Like, this needs to stop. This bullshit needs to cease. I need the fall off. Please give it to us.
We are in the
I'm
drought.
very excited.
Yeah, I feel like Joey's is done with music. I don't know. Or
I think so too, man. I think he'll drop one more and he's just like peace, and now he's doing some activist shit or something like that.
yeah, or like he's
dang.
does some fashion like modeling and stuff like ASAP Rocky. Well,
He's
ASAP Rocky.
beautiful. I can totally see it.
I know. It's like once the rapper is hot enough, they just say, I'm gonna do some fashion. I'll do some. I mean, if I could model for a job, bro, that might be.
I would absolutely do it, but it's like it's tough when you're that talented musically and you get robbed.
Yeah.
You don't get any more, man.
That makes me wonder if they like ever make stuff, but just for themselves.
Yeah, I could
I'm
imagine.
sure they do. I'm sure many artists do that.
Yeah, I know a load of, like, I feel like all of them talk about all their unreleased music one way or another, It's like, I made all these tracks that I didn't release is a lot of the culture, feels like to me. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but...
I always hate that line of like it just happened for Kendrick where it's like I'm sitting on 6 unreleased albums or I have like 6 albums worth of material in my laptop. Like, cool, like we're not gonna ever see any of it. Like, that's great. Not to mention, like, you telling me that you have a shitload of music doesn't mean that all of it's good.
Yeah, it was always. Yeah, people would try to say like flexing a little bit, like, yeah, man, I recorded 500 songs before. It's like.
And not one of them did you say anything substantial.
None of them were good enough to release, I guess. So.
That's inevitable, I could tell you I got about 100 beats on my computer, but 90 of them are just me like having fun on the keyboard, and it doesn't sound good the next day.
That's like exactly, it's inevitable. It's not some big flex.
That's just part of the process.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
Well,
there you go.
There it is.
Wrap up?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Wrapping up. Thank you,
Almost 2 a.m.
everybody, for listening. God dang, it's almost 2 a.m. Okay. We are here. We thank you. We love you for listening. Take care of yourself. I'm not trying to step on anyone's outros. I'm just saying it's been a vibe, man. It's been a heck of a vibe.
You ain't stepping on no. That's fine.
Yeah. Been a vibe, and keep vibing with us, guys. We'll be here.
Cool. Well, yep.
Great outro.
Just trailing off.
It was a great outro for a great episode, I think. I want to say a shout out to my brother for letting me use his room. He's been trying to go to sleep, but he can't sleep because I'm here and I'm talking.
Oh, is he in the bed?
Yeah, he's dying.
He's been in the bed the whole time?
Yeah, he's been in his bed the whole time.
What the fuck?
Dang.
He's dying because
shout out to Jay, man.
God dang. The kid.
Jay's a champ, man.
Yeah,
he's part of the notification squad with the stream too. He's a homie.
He is. And the Discord. Well, I don't know if we get links for the Discord, but we'll give you links for the Discord. Why not?
Why not? We can put that in the description. Why not? Make it a little longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
Yep.
Give y'all ass a permalink.
Facts. I'll throw it out there. I love you all.
Hey.
For sure.
Ain't no link needed for our love.
Could not have said it better myself. If you want to find us on socials, that is at Unboxing Life Pod on Instagram and Twitter, and r/Unboxing Life Podcast. You of course have the YouTube comments. If you're watching on YouTube, let us know what you think. Rate the episode however you think we deserve. And in that same vein, Apple Podcasts, if you're listening on there, or if you care to help us out in that vein, give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, whatever you think we deserve. The 5 stars will be the only ones to get read out. I will say that, but
or 6.
6
stars.
6. If you can manage a 6-star review, you will have a special place in the Unboxing Life heart forever. So,
yeah, Cameron will write it on his whiteboard.
Yep, my whiteboard. I'll shake my ass for you a little bit as well. So yeah,
on his whiteboard.
Yeah, well, but I'll Takara Hot Tub Stream 1, honestly. So, it's all happening. It's all happening all at once. Just definitely start a conversation with us if you want. Let us know what you think. All that good stuff. And just be kind to each other and stay safe, everyone.
Yes, be excellent to everyone as usual. And you can find our hot tub streams at CB_LAZ3 on Twitch.
It's your boy.
As well as Takara Trove on Twitch. It's been a vibe for sure, like Mr. David said.
Hey.
When you drive a great podcast. But yeah, I'll keep it another short one. I don't want to drown you guys out with a bunch of love every time, but I love you guys. Y'all are great. Seriously, like this has been awesome. So,
yeah.
Peace out, baby.